Hello and welcome back to Engadget stage here at CES 2019. I am Sherlyn Lowe, reviews editor at Engadget, and you're here for Google's Assistant news here at CES 2019. And joining me is Chris Turkstra, who is the Director of Product Management for the Google Assistant. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much, yeah.
Yeah, so we were just chatting about this, and you guys have so much news to announce here at the show.
So for us, it's important to make sure that the partners are supported, that people understand what the Google Assistant is, what it does for them, how it can help them during their day. And so we want to make sure the investment here really impacts both the partner community as well as the end users, the consumers who read your posts, who watch these videos, and make sure that they understand the Assistant is really valuable.
So it's really about getting not just vendors, but also the members of the public to get to know what Google Assistant is capable
Mostly,
of.
for the industry, the folks who are here, folks we work with, make sure that they know we're serious, we're committed to the ecosystem, and that that we're behind them.
So first of all, there was Lenovo's smart clock. That is the first of its kind clock with Google Assistant baked in. It's a tiny little device that looks a little bit like the Google Home Hub, a smart display earlier this year. But it's designed for intimate spaces like a bedroom, so it's a little bit more thoughtful about what sort of visual interface there is. And there is no camera, so you don't have to worry about it spying on you. We'll go into that in a bit more detail a little bit later. You also are launching a pilot of this thing called the interpreter mode here in Vegas at the Caesars Palace Hotel. And it's supposed to help with live real-time translation between international travelers and the concierge at the hotel.
One person starts speaking in German, the other one in Italian. And as you're talking, the real-time translation comes up on the screen. So you don't have to wait for the turn to see the response, and it actually reduces a lot of friction that you have in interacting with somebody with a different language. And it's really only something that I think Google can build at this level of quality, built on our decades of investment around AI and machine learning and translation. It's the same technology that powers Google Translate, but in a very assistant form factor. It works on speakers, of course, as well, but you don't have the benefit of having the text written out for you. The smart clock as well. So that product is something we collaborated with Lenovo on for quite a while. And as you know, we have the smart display. We introduced that with Lenovo last year at CES. And that product is, is a lot of work, but it's really about a full interface to the Google Assistant. It's about accessing your Google services and your data and watching videos and kind of everything the Assistant can do, but with a visual interface to help out with. It helps you with your routines. So when you wake up in the morning, you can set an alarm and have a routine automatically start that turns the lights on, sets your thermostat. It can even turn on the shower if you've got the right shower equipment for mowing.
So Google also announced that Assistant will very soon be able to check into your flight for you. I'm sorry, I travel a lot for work, and that pain of having to look for my confirmation number and then put it in the kiosk and get my boarding pass. Now, in a few weeks anyway, Google Assistant will be able to do that for you. You can just say, hey Google, check into my flight, and it'll be smart enough to just get your boarding pass for you.
Today, if you ask Assistant, hey, how's my flight status? We've got that information out of the confirmation you've gotten. And elsewhere, assuming you've given us permission to it, of course. And so we're able to, it was, not a hop, skip, and a jump, but it was a little bit of work to take that then and partner with United to be able to build the technology to actually check in and then get your boarding pass.
Right, because you need access to their system too, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we make sure we're following the guidelines around check-in and all that other good stuff.
That's another thing that you guys unveiled here at CES is Google's Assistant Connect. That is an upcoming, you previewed it, not really fully announced, launched it here, but it is a program, it seems, to get Assistant to even more interactions, more surfaces in the home or in someone's life, right? And what I saw at your booth earlier today was a button, and as well as like an e-ink screen. Again, you can get the full details on Engadget. Our hands-on is live. This is an interesting concept to me because you're not putting in full assistant devices everywhere in the home. You're putting little things that talk to the Google Home or the Google Home Hub. So your assistant-enabled devices already to for them to communicate with. So it's really about convenience, but it also seems like stuffing assistant in more parts of your life.
Assistant Connect is a new platform that we're previewing here at CES. And what it does is it allows device manufacturers to really easily build the technology into their devices, in a very low cost, very efficient, and if it's battery powered, very power conserving way. You can say, show me my stock quotes, show me the weather,
right,
show me my calendar. And then that device, ambiently will be updated automatically.
Yeah.
If you have it checking your email or looking at the weather or looking at your calendar, somebody pops something in, it'll just pop up. It's a very responsive UI.
At I/O last year, Google showed off this thing called Duplex. It was a phone-based AI service that could call up a restaurant on your behalf and make a reservation for you. And I think that when you showed off the demo, everyone was stunned because of how natural Assistant sounded. It sounded exactly like a human. It was even able to say things like, let me check. Like, it just sounded so real. And some of us were concerned at first, but then, you've brought this technology into things like call screening that is now on the Pixel phone. It seems like Assistant is getting both smarter, more realistic sounding. So what else can we expect to see in 2019 from Assistant? Is it going to just get more powerful and take over our lives?
We're focused a lot on devices and services and experience in really 4 key areas. One is in the home.
Okay.
So the smart alarm clock is sort of an example of that, where we had devices, but none of them were really perfect for the bedroom. And so we created a device like that. So I think you'll see us do more around features for specific scenarios in the home, getting people to use the Assistant on their TV a lot more effectively as well. On the go, so that's in the car and while you're in a headset. So we've got the Anker Bolt.
Rove Bolt, yeah.
Yeah, Rove Bolt,
yeah.
Which is a great product we've already announced. And I think you'll continue to see us innovate on in-hand experiences in the phone while you're in the car. So we'll talk a lot more about that at I/O. And then the other part that I wanted to mention is we call NBU, which just stands for Next Billion Users.
NBU.
Yep, Next Billion Users.
Okay.
And so that's our emerging markets around the world. And we'll be talking, actually before I/O, we're talking at MWC quite a bit about what we're doing, because the Assistant's doing really great in those markets. It's helping a lot of people use their technology. It's helping with literacy. It's actually helping for people who can't type or read as quickly, to be able to use the voice in and out.
Right.
And so there's a lot of really exciting things that we're doing in the Next Billion Users market as well. Since it's developed and delivered by Google, where we have a great set of services. I forget the number, but there's a lot of services that have over 1 billion users daily that use Google. And so as we work to make sure that of course privacy and data are respected and done extremely well and safely, but as we start to think about, like, for example, photos, on the smart display already, you can ask it, I did this with my daughter's named Lily, and I said, show me photos of Lily when she was a baby.
Yeah.
And there's 18 years ago, there's pictures of her as a baby. And we tagged her face once.
Right.
And so it's kind of, as these services and the Assistant come together and evolve and get more and more advanced, we're able to bring more and more functionality through the Assistant to these end users and through these surfaces. The Assistant does all sorts of amazing things that people don't understand. One of the things that's frankly a challenge with a voice interface is expressing the breadth and depth of the functionality really well. It's just hard naturally, because there's not a lot of space to put in. Well, you could say this, or you could compound that, or there's other things, because you want to quickly. It's not the highest bandwidth, so you don't want to cram too much time. And so we're working, very clearly on discovery for our feature set.
Okay.
And I think as our surfaces get more and more visual, like on smart display, like on mobile, even like on the smart clock.
What do you want people here and viewing at home to know about what to expect from Assistant in 2019?
I think that you'll continue to see us innovate to make the Assistant available where you are, in your home, in your car, on the go, and really useful, fast.
Yeah.
Faster than using an app, if we can. Faster than doing other ways to get things done. And so, we'll continue to drive that innovation. We're going to continue to develop new features, new surfaces, Really excited about this Assistant Connect platform and see what kind of devices and where we in the industry take this.
Yeah.
So overall, it's just going to be a continual growth and investment year for Google on the Assistant. We're really excited to take you guys along with us as we learn and grow.
And thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
so much,
me,
yes,
Chris.
a
And
lot of
thank
fun.
you guys for viewing.
Thank you.
Here in the audience and at home, we still have a lot more to go before this day is over. So stay tuned to Engadget.com for the live stream and keep watching here with us. Thank you for your time.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
dude.
Bye-bye.